Hi, grade 3 students. Remember yesterday we talked about the polygons, and polygons are 2D shapes. So what we're doing today is actually using the spotted paper or any kind of spotted thing you might be having, and you can connect the dots together to make these 2D shapes on your own. Let's try to think about it all together. Let me do one for you, and you can do the next one on your own. Let's do it.
So here is my spotted screen. Now I can just draw whatever polygon I want. So I can just, for example, draw my triangle. So let's do a triangle. There's We're connecting three dots together. What about quadrilateral shape? We can do it as a square or a rectangle, whatever you like. So we at least we have four sides. We have three sides in a triangle. Let's try and work on a hexagon, for example. Here is my hexagon. One, two, three sides. Oh, sorry, three sides now. Four, five, six. It's not really perfect, but at least I'm connecting the dots to just show my polygons. Okay, so this is the idea. Why we're doing this, there's something really amazing why we're actually doing such a thing. For the next unit, we're gonna try to talk about something called a line symmetry. So line symmetry, something cool. Using these polygons, we can make a duplication for each kind of shape. But how is that possible? So we're gonna actually try to find out what shapes that could make a duplicate shape. Okay, so let's find this out for the next.
Here is just a fun activity that I would like to just suggest to you. So I just made my board, my pin board here. I got my needles, or these are pins, so you can just get them for cheap, or if you don't have them, that's fine. You can just use toothpicks. So I just made, for example, here my polygons. I used these pin boards, so I just put the strings. So I could just connect the strings, and for example, here I made the triangle. I was able now to do my hexagon. So I got the six sides and my hexagon. So it looks quite simple, and it's a fun activity. I would like you to try this at home. Okay, and show me what photos you got, how much you made. Okay, good luck, guys.
So I would actually need you to work on your math pupils book and activity book for the following pages. So we have page 136 until page 138 only. I don't want you to go further, so just try to work on these three pages. So let's have a look at this kind of little exercise, what we can be doing over here. It might need you to get a pinboard so you can copy the shape that you made on your pinboard on the spotty paper. If you don't have a pinboard, try to create one and do just connect the strings on the pinboard and do the shape and then draw it on a spotty paper, just like the way I did. You don't have to do it, but it's just a fun activity for you. Okay, let's try to do one thing together here. For example, I need to make my five-sided polygon. So in this case, I would actually need to draw it or connect the dots together so I can make my five-sided polygon. Let's try and do it together. So I have my dots. I need to connect them so I can do one side, two sides, three sides, four sides, five sides. So I got my shape ready. What shape is this? So it should be a pentagon. Okay. So simply. Now we're doing another one here, which is a six-sided shape polygon. So we can also do connect the dots together. Uh, you can copy them from the book, or you can just try to look for examples around. So it's quite simple. Let's try to do the first side here. Now we can connect another one here. Three, four, five, six. So I got my six-sided uh, polygon, and this is called what? A hexagon. Okay, that's really good. Excellent work. Okay, now let's try to move to the next thing here that we have. Okay, one more activity. So you're going to be actually also working on your math activity book for these pages. So you got page 138 until page 142. It's really simple. You don't have to spend a lot of time doing this. Well, I just would like you to look at the following here. What you're actually going to be working on. So you're going to be making a drawing of the polygons. So look at the statements, what they tell you first. So try to do a three-sided polygon, eight-sided polygon, a three-sided polygon with two equal sides, and one right angle. Some people might confuse what is a right angle. So I want to actually draw this one for you. So if I just try to look at my right angle, how does it look like? So let's say first I got my shapes. I want to do my right angle shape. So let's try to choose a triangle which is a right angled, something like this. So this is a right angle shape, and look how it looks like actually here. I mean, it's just like it's not tilted, it's not bended, so it has to be straight forward and a straight line, standing on a straight line. So this means this is a right angled shape. So remember that it has to be straightforward. Even if the whole shape was going around or rotating, that's okay. At least the angle is straightforward. And for advanced learners in math, they call actually this angle a 90 degrees angle. Okay, just this is just an extra info for you, not Celsius, sorry. So it's 90 degrees angle. Okay, so what we're actually doing here, you need to be drawing such an angle, which is a straight side, or what we call it as a right angle. Okay, right angles are straight forward. Okay, let's have a look also at another thing here. So you're also going to be doing a pentagon with at least one right angle, and you're going to be also drawing these ones on your own. So try to work on all of these, the quadrilateral, a pentagon. So try to actually do different types of shapes. They have to be, as just mentioned here, a pentagon, but it doesn't have to be right angled, or does not have to be just like in the book. I mean, try to change, try to make some difference with the angles. Does not have to be a regular one, it could be irregular, that's okay. So you could actually differentiate to try, you can vary the way you can draw your shapes. You don't have to make them just exactly like in the book. No, you can try to vary. At least, for example, the pentagon, at least you got the five sides, so you just put the five sides but in your own way. So just make sure that it's a pentagon with five sides. Okay, the last activity that you'll be doing is trace the hexagon on a piece of paper and cut it out. So you're gonna do this piece of paper. Okay, you're gonna trace just like that, trace the hexagon on a piece of paper and cut it out. Try to cut all of the sides. So once you cut the hexagon into four pieces along the dotted lines, so you try to cut all of these lines, describe the shapes that you feel, that you get. What kind of shapes you might be getting after you do all of this. So try to find out what shapes you might have over here. Don't cut all of them. Try to find out the shapes first. So use some or all of the shapes to make your own polygon. Okay, and try to show me the shapes in this blank area. What kind of shapes you might have. Okay, I will send you these pages in case you don't have the book, so you can work on them from now until tomorrow. Okay, until the end of tomorrow. Well, take care, guys, and remember, always be happy. Bye bye.
I just wanna